Hello everyone, welcome to ME's e-learning channel. In the last session, we understood skill of questioning and these are the components of questioning, right? So what are they? So let's quickly recap. It is well-structured questions, proper speed and pause, grammatical correctness, seeking appropriate information and sufficient questions asked. So these are the important things that you have to keep in mind. Moving ahead, now let's understand probing questions. Now you have understood how to frame questions, right? So what is probing questions? Now it is where you want them to think deeply, where you want the students to explain. Now you have asked a question and they give you a response. Now if you want them to explain the idea again in a better way, then you have to probe them, right? So they are probing questions and to understand the concepts more thoroughly. So when you ask after the response also to elaborate or to clarify or to verify or to pass from one student to the another, where you put in some questions, those are called as probing questions. Okay, so to get response from the students. So such questions are probing questions. So these questions go beyond simple answers and promote critical thinking and engaging classroom discussions. So what are the components of probing questions? It is first prompting technique, seeking further information technique, refocusing technique, redirection technique and increasing critical awareness technique. Okay, so we'll understand each of this. So first let's start with prompting technique. So when I say prompting technique, it is done where, now suppose you asked a question to your students and you got a response like the student was not able to put in a right answer or you found the student to be blank there. So there you have to get answer from them, right? You cannot just say, okay, next. You are asking a question with a purpose, so that purpose has to be attained. So if you miss getting answer in that, then you have to prompt them. So you have to give them hints and then take them to the concept. So such questions are prompting. When you ask such questions, you are using prompting technique. Seeking further information technique. Now you have gotten answer from the students. You need them to explain their idea. So you are seeking again further information from the students, right? So then you will use seeking further information technique. So one student answered, then you can put the question to another. Okay. So where you say, okay, so now he has given this concept. What do you think? Right? What do you think have made the author write so? And when you want them to again elaborate, explain, then you will have to probe, right? Then refocusing technique is again when you want them to focus on one concept and again for that reason you're putting questions to them. So it is refocusing technique. Redirection is from one student to another student. So you're redirecting them or you are bringing them to another topic like that. So it is redirecting technique. And increasing critical awareness technique is where you're making your students critically think, asking probing questions. Okay, so we have understood how to make students critically think through our skill of questioning. Okay, so probing is also important. So now you have understood skill of questioning also and probing also. So make sure you have enough questions in your lessons and also you should know how to probe in case you don't get a response or you don't get a proper response. Then make sure you probe into it, you ask probing questions and get proper response from your students. Remember, illuminate the path of learning. So when you ask question, your children, they are thinking and they are learning something, right? So illuminate the path of learning. How? So in teaching, questions are like threads weaving understanding together. So probing gently, when you probe gently and correctly, it untangles the details, helping us see the bigger picture. Okay, so teaching is not just about you standing there and talking. Sometimes it is important for you to play a role of a mentor or a guide where you take them to the right knowledge by asking questions, probing questions, and then let them discover their learning and enjoy learning by themselves. So I hope you all have understood skill of questioning and also skill of probing correctly. So use it effectively in your classroom and make your learning enjoyable and effective. So thank you for listening. Have a good day.